do 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 do. Hello. Hello. Hello everyone. So, for those of you guys who don't know, I'm going to be live streaming a lot of my videos where I talk about stuff. Anytime I'm going to be talking about a specific subject, I'm going to live stream it. And if you guys happen to catch me while I'm doing these things, you can, give comments and such, and we can, get some live discussion going on. But with that all said, we're going to roll the intro and get straight into the topic. Hello everyone, this is Shooter Fantasy, and today we're going to be talking about GPU pricing. So, if you thought GPU pricing was going to get better, if you thought that the GPU mining craze was going to calm down a little bit, and you're eventually going to be able to buy a graphics card, well, apparently there's some bad news. According to Massdrop, NVIDIA expects GPU prices to rise throughout Q3 of 2020. They expect GPU prices to rise throughout Q3 2018. Or continue rising. I can't speak. But I'm having to re-stream this because my audio interface was acting up, so my mouth is really dry. But regardless, GPU prices are going to continue to get worse, and best bet is it's going to continue to get worse until 2019. So let's get to the article. This is from Extreme Tech. So basically what's happening is, according to Massdrop, or this is a note from Massdrop, all new cell phones coming out by Apple and Samsung and other manufacturers last year started using the same memory as graphics cards. And this is coming from, I guess, Hutchins. Apple and Samsung are willing to pay more for this memory to make sure they get it first, and all of it that they need. This has created a shortage of memory for the much smaller companies like MSI, Gigabyte, Asus, and EVGA for making graphics cards. But the article goes on to say that this simply isn't true, but there might be some truth to this statement. Cell phones are not currently using HBM2 or GDDR5, and they're not going to have a need for either type of RAM either, given substantially higher power requirements that this type of RAM needs. But it is possible that GDDR5 or GDDR5X are under the same production pressure that DRAM manufacturers have as well. And this is because manufacturers have moved away from producing other products in favor of DDR4L, which is slow power DDR4. And this has been affecting the PC market for quite a while now, for like months. It's been affecting PCs. You want to get 16 gigabytes of RAM in your computer, it's twice or triple the price. I had to, for my upgrade to Ryzen, to get 16 gigabytes of RAM into my computer, I spent $216 Canadian. If it was a year ago, it would have only cost $90. But DDR4 is in high competition. But let's get back to the article. So it continues to say that there's no reason to think that GDDR5 or HBM2 couldn't have been impacted by this as well. It's also possible that in the shift towards GDDR6, temporary production constraints are also hitting other memory lines as well. And it continues to say that GPU pricing will continue to go up through Q3 of this year, most likely, before we start seeing any type of relief. So if there's anything to take away from this, it's that there's only so many production facilities that make RAM. There's only so many places that can make HBM or GDDR5 or DDR4. And with phone manufacturers wanting to, with phone manufacturers investing the most money into wanting this RAM, they're going to get first priority. They're going to get first pick. So that leaves graphics card manufacturers and just PC RAM manufacturers out of luck in terms of stock. So now with GPU pricing, now you're not just having to compete against miners. You now have to compete against the fact that graphics cards are physically becoming more expensive to make because supply and demand is kind of making it harder to make things a reasonable price. So it's kind of sad that these are not things I want to hear, especially not as an independent game developer, because I try my best to minimize costs as much as possible so that I can direct that money to, parts of my game development that need it, like voice acting and, asset creation and stuff like that. I don't want to have to pay an arm and a leg just so my hardware can keep up with game development. And I've been waiting to upgrade my graphics card for a while now, and I can't get a suitable graphics card for that. I mean, my current graphics card is fine. I've got an RX 480, but I want to be able to test things like virtual reality at a more adequate level. And for that, I need a GTX 1080 or better. And with those graphics cards being an arm and a leg to buy right now, it's kind of tough. It's really impacting my ability to develop my game project. And it's affecting gamers and game developers alike. And the other thing that sucks too is I used to say that if you want to get into gaming, buy a PC for the same price or just slightly more than a console. You can build something that outperforms it for the pretty much the same price, or you could spend less money for something with the similar specs and spend way less money. And you'd also have the benefits of not having to pay for online. Your games are cheaper because of the numerous Steam sales. And, PC was lauded as this thing that is really easy to get into, cheaper than consoles, yada, yada, yada. But at this point in time, I can't say that. It costs an arm and a leg to get into PC gaming again because of this inflation from GPU mining. And now GPU prices are expected to get worse because RAM is being contested by multiple companies at this point in time. So you've got RAM shortages, you've got miners creating shortages in the graphics cards themselves. So all around, it's just bad. And if it's not going to get better until after Q3 of 2018, that's a long time to wait. A lot longer than I was hoping to have to wait, if this ends up being the case. But I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts on this. I mean, how are you guys coping with this kind of news? Yeah, that's all I have got to say. So if you like this video, feel free to like it. If you didn't, dislike it. If you want to keep up with my future content, feel free to subscribe and click the bell notification down below so you get informed of my future videos / live streams. I'm kind of just doing this as a way to talk about a subject and also get some live interaction while we go as well. And also it forces me to kind of think about what I say a lot more. I don't have the crutch of being able to jump cut. So my mistakes are kind of trapped in these this kind of format, but hopefully I get better at not making mistakes. But yeah, with that all said, you guys know what to do. And I will also say that I do have a Patreon for those of you who are inclined. So if you want to donate $1 or less or more, it's really up to you. Every dollar that I get, I will focus on putting into this channel and also my game projects that I work on as well. And I also have a few perks. I'll put you guys at in the description as contributors and all that fun stuff. And yeah, with that all said, I'll see you guys next video or live stream, whichever comes first.